back with another triggering topic. And today I want to talk about Claressa Shields and this trope of black women being called men. Now, there will be some people that would say, oh, no, it's just because she's a boxer and she fights for a living, and that's why she's called a man or manly. And you would be wrong, because Sierra, Meg Thee Stallion, Michelle Obama, different black women in different fields, they have all been called men. And those are just a few. There are many, many, many more black women that have been called a man as well. But before I get into any of that, let me give y'all a quick disclaimer. Now, this video is filled with my opinions and my opinions alone. Nothing is factual. Everything is all alleged. I do not know any of these people personally. Now, this is a commentary channel, so occasionally, or maybe more than occasionally, I do use clips as part of my critical review and also in accordance with fair use guidelines. Now that we got that all out of the way, let's get into it. Now, I will tell y'all something. I'm into boxing and MMA, both genders. But I will say, of course, I have a soft spot for women's sports. Of course, what you thought? I'm a woman. Now, just in case for anybody that may be listening to this, if you don't know too much about boxing, let me tell you that Claressa Shields is a phenomenal athlete, like a once-in-a-lifetime type of athlete on her talent and skill level. She is hands down the best female boxer of all time. Now, if you don't know that, that just lets me know that you have never watched old female boxers, the new female boxers, and you're not educated on the matter if you don't think so. That's my heel. I'm standing on it forever. Now, you may not like her attitude. You may call her cocky. You may call her arrogant. You may say that she talks too much or whatever the case may be. But your opinion of her personality will never change the very real fact that she is the greatest female boxer of all time. She is boxing's first undisputed women's heavyweight world champion. She has won titles in 5 different weight divisions, and she has 2 Olympic gold medals. And, let me stop, because I got to take accountability here, y'all, and say that I am a little biased towards Miss Claressa Shields. I am. I do like her. But I'll say this. I am going to be objective in this video. At least I'm going to try. Now, I think to be a athlete, especially a high-performing athlete in a contact sport, an aggressive sport, you have to possess a certain level of self-assuredness and cockiness. In order to succeed, you have got to truly, truly believe in yourself. Because once you get up there and you get in that ring, everybody's screaming, going crazy. It's you and what you believe about yourself. So you have to have a strong sense of self to even do that. But y'all could just say that I'm biased because I do like her. And hey, you could be right. But I do also like her story of how she, she improved her circumstances in life. She overcame her difficulties and she got out of the hood. And, all of the horrible things that she has gone through, they made her into the woman that she is. And she's able to use all of that as fuel for her success. Now, she had a fight, depending on when you look at this video, because I don't know when I'm going to upload it. But there was a fight on Sunday that I watched of her and another black woman. And Papoose came out with her for her entrance. And let me just show y'all. Now, I don't know if you've heard the rumors of Papoose and Claressa being together and him and Remy separating. And let's be clear here, Remy, she also has a man that she's popped out with, Easy, the block captain. Now, when I read the comments underneath posts of Papoose and Claressa and also the fight, and like I said earlier, it was with another black woman. Now, I go into these comments and see a woman, a black woman, mind you, says, I thought that was 2 N-words. Speaking about Claressa and her opponent, Danielle Perkins. And to me, that was disgusting because I click on her page and I see that she is a dark-skinned black woman. And then with her big face taking up her whole profile pic, I feel like she's the last person that should be insulting anyone. Then I see another post from another black woman about Pap and Claressa Shields that says that they look more like homeboys together. And I'm thinking to myself, don't we as black women talk about black men and the world putting masculinity on black women? Why are we doing it to each other? Why are dark-skinned black women putting tropes from colorism onto other dark-skinned black women? Because if you can look at this woman here and think that she is a man, then there is something wrong with you. But let me just keep moving forward.
This is not a post to bash black women. Claressa Shields is very attractive to me, and she could fight. I fuck with that. Heavy. Trust me. Okay? But when I saw these three pictures together, I swear to God, I was like, damn, Lamar Jackson was a cute little boy when he was younger.
Now, I think we can all agree that his post was definitely meant to bash black women. And I find it to be crazy because you see a black man who looks like the Black Bert from Bert and Ernie putting up a picture of a young black boy and acting like it's a baby pic of Claressa Shields. And it's so sad because black men are so quick to talk about black women being masculine, but never acknowledge their, I don't even want to say feminine ways. I just want to say they're not manly at all in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And I'm going to prove a lot of that later on in the video, but I'll just say this, is that black women have to protect themselves and defend themselves from the world, including black men. And it's really disgusting. And I want to know, what type of demeanor do you expect women that are in constant survival mode to possess? But nevertheless, okay, I'll just say that underneath this video that I just showed y'all, I read a comment from Amber Colored Energy that says, I need y'all to really examine why strong, athletic, dark-skinned women are consistently called manly or compared to men when there is nothing manly about her. Check your colorism, cause it's showing. She is a beautiful, professional black woman. The end. And I totally agree with Amber Colored Energy. She is totally correct. I 100% agree with sis. But then a response to this from King JD the Great says, you must be blind. She looks, talks, acts masculine. The definition of a female is being feminine, friendly, and submissive. And, I'm confused because I want to know who made the rules on what the definition of a female is. Because the scientific definition means that you are born with female genitalia. That is what a female is. If we're going from the old definition of what a female is. So I want to know who said that being feminine is what women must be as far as what you think, acting in a certain type of way, behaving in a certain type of way. And also, who said that being feminine is being friendly? Because if being feminine is being friendly, then what is being masculine? Aggressive? Ignorant? Mean? I'm confused because when women say that that is what men are, and they don't want to mess with you because of, y'all are mean, y'all are ignorant, y'all accuse them of being hateful and misandrous. So which one is it? Are all of the good quote unquote qualities supposed to be connected with women and not men? And if so, then what does that make you? And who said the definition of a female is being submissive and submitting to a man's wants and desires? The only people that believe this are men and brainwashed women. So what are we talking about? What is actual femininity? And who made that you have to wear pink dresses and do your hair and do your nails and, talk like this? Hi, my name is Becky and I'm so sweet and I like puppies and cotton candy. Like, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? And what's even more crazy to me is that constantly hearing what femininity is from black men who, mind you, have the most estrogen out of all males, is wild to me. How the heck would you know? And then when you tell them what you think masculinity is, which is, if let's say women, when they tell black men, hey, masculinity is being a man and protecting a woman and not letting her endure the stressors of the world and, God forbid, paying the bills. All the Negroes will jump out of the closet and say, oh, y'all not special. Equal rights. I ain't got to protect you. I ain't got to take you out on a date and pay. That's not a man's job. So my thing is, you have all of these things that women are supposed to be, but the only thing a man is supposed to be is a boss and a dictator over women. Because where is this masculinity coming from black men to even be in a position to judge? Where is your masculine, behavior? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because you compete with black women as far as stats and everything else. Because anytime you have a debate with black men, they never compare their numbers to other men. They never do that. They always compare themselves to black women. Always. And black men are the only race of men in the United States that work less than their women. They're also the cheapest and most violent, which is why ex-workers oftentimes exclude black men and won't service them. And yes, that is a real thing that I've done extensive research on. And you will hear plenty of ex-workers, YT, Latina, black, they will all say, hey, black men tend to be more violent. They tend to not pay. They tend to try to haggle on the price. It's a bigger risk factor in even choosing them. And, matter of fact, let me just even say this to further prove my point. I saw a video where a man was saying that he doesn't require his woman to pay the bills. So let me give y'all some of the comments that were underneath that video from black men. First comment from R.D. Neal Mangum Jr. She not living here for free, period. Just like the man shouldn't live there for free. That doesn't sound like there's a difference between the masculine and feminine. Does it sound like they think that's different to you? No? Oh, okay. Let me keep going. John Collins says, and you're just letting her play you for a fool. Okay. So protecting and providing for a woman is getting played for a fool. Yet you think that women are supposed to do what? But let me keep going. Thomas Dozier says, well, my woman makes more money than me, and I don't ask her for money. She offers it to me, and I accept it until I get on my feet to where I could take care of her better than she could take care of herself. It's not 50-50. It's who can manage. Wow. That sounds like you are being taken care of like a child. That sounds like you're sponging and mooching off your lady, because how in the world can your lady take care of herself without your help, and she's take care of you too? And it's even crazy because this man is older. Like, y'all see the picture? Like, this is what I'm saying when we talk about the black community is problems, because the same issues are happening with the younger men and the older men. Sir, you at least kissing 60. And I'm giving you grace by saying that. And you still ain't on your feet. And you still need your woman to take care of you. Yuck. But let me just keep going. Here's another comment from Meza Marys. I guess is how you say it. He says, nah, lack of reciprocity in regards to money in a relationship is opposed to feminism, which advocates for gender equality and equal rights. It's so funny that y'all want somebody to be submissive, to be feminine, to do all of these gender roles that women are supposed to do until it comes to getting a job and paying the bills and taking care of your wife and doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. And when money come up, all of a sudden we equal partners. But when it comes to everything else, there's no equality. Be for real. Then let me just go ahead, boy, because these comments were making me so mad. And the men, they looked so dusty. Let me just keep going, y'all. Y'all see this comment from Vince Maddock. Well, if I am in a long-term relationship with a woman, I have no problem asking her for money. And yes, if we are living together and she working, she has to contribute to the household finance. Okay, so you think that she should be doing exactly what you're doing. So if you think that what you're doing is masculine, and she should do what you're doing, then why is it a conditional masculinity, femininity when it comes to benefiting yourself? You get what I'm saying? And I think that that is really my big problem with black men, is that they are so hypocritical. So hypocritical. They want the women to do everything, but they want to take all of the credit and then act like they want the big piece of chicken. How you get the big piece of chicken when I'm doing all the work? Or I'm doing just as much as work as you. But you get the big piece of chicken. Why? Because you have a penis? Sir, please go to the nearest bridge and hop off. But anyway, let me just keep going. Jonathan Richards says, you shouldn't have to ask a woman for any kind of money. She should give it, player. Look at this man. Once again, full gray beard. Older men, it's really disgraceful. These are older men that should know better. But clearly they do not. And it's so embarrassing to me. But let me just keep moving forward, y'all. Kelvin Peterson. You crazy. If I make $250K, which he don't, and he never will. If I make $250K and she makes $100K, she going to pay her bills. I would never ask a woman for money, but she has responsibilities. That's on her. My bills is on me. Her bills is on her. If you can't afford it, then you don't need it. Well, if her bills is on her, then why, sir? Look at you. Look at you. Why is your big bald head there? What would she need you there for? Because what I said before is that y'all want to have the woman do all the work and take all the responsibility like y'all got the big nuts. Y'all want the big piece of chicken. So if you want me to do all the work and you want to take the credit, why would I have your big bald headed behind there? And then my thing about it is that these men that are talking are not even attractive. Old, washed up, dusties. And that is ridiculous. I'm just going to show y'all the pictures. Y'all see tired, bags under their eyes. You see this R.D. Neal Mangum Jr., tired, eyes baggy, looking dusty, looking like, he needs to get some blood work done. You know what I'm saying? John Collins, oh my goodness. Y'all see it? He looked like he need to be on, what is that? The Chipmunks? I'm telling you, my mind is really blown because exactly, sir, what woman do you think that will sit there and be with you and pay all the bills? I feel like, and I've said this plenty of times and I really do mean it, I really believe that black men live in a very crazy state of delusion, really, really, truly delusional. And it's because there are so many black women that coddle and worship black men and tell them that they're kings when they are not, or give them so much high self-esteem, because there's no way on God's green earth this type of man should ever think that a woman would really, really be with him and then pay all the bills too. That's just not realistic. Because if it ain't your face and it ain't your body, it's got to be your wallet, brother. And if you're not giving that wallet up, what? Anyway, all I'm saying is that this is just disgraceful. But like I said, this really proves my point of, the double standards in what black men expect black women to be and present as when they've never given them a space to do any of it. Honestly, like I said, you can see from the comments that these men, they're not in a position. They don't behave in a way that black women could ever be soft and cuddly and nice, because these men don't allow it. They don't give black women a space to do so, like I said. But also because if there are any black women that are like that, soft, cuddly, nice, and sweet, they take advantage of those women and crush them. And I really should make a series on the sweet and soft black girl to the I hate black men pipeline, because it's plenty of women that used to be like that, like they want, and they are no longer like that, and they hate black men because black men took advantage of all of the things that they were offering and gave them no reciprocity. And that is the truth. They said, oh, you nice? You gonna do this, that, and the third? Let me take all of that from you, and I'm not gonna give you anything, because I really don't respect nice black women. I really don't. What they do is they drag those women to the deepest, darkest pits of hell. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, I know for a fact. So my thing is that, you don't protect and care for what you say that you want. The qualities of the women that you say you like, you don't protect those women. And, and even within that, these behaviors are still not an indicator of femininity or masculinity. Because, like I said, who the heck determined what those characteristics are? Answer that quickly. Who determines what masculinity is and what femininity is, and who's supposed to act like what? Or if you can't act like both things, who said it? Who said it? Who said that women got to wear pink dresses, like I said, and sit there and cook and clean all day? Who said that women even enjoy that? The only people that try to put these things onto women are men, because they want to oppress women and get women to do all of the labor, all of the work, while they can just do what they want to do and be free. Which is the reason why so often the experience of a man is freedom. Go sow your royal oats. Go do this. If you're getting married, you can cheat. You can have all these relationships because you're a man and you need freedom. But oh no, that woman's supposed to be chaining you lock and key, and she can't do anything. She has to do exactly what you say all day, 24/7. You know what I'm saying? But let me just keep moving forward, because, I also don't want to leave black women out of this. Because as much as we talk about dark-skinned black women having it hard because of colorism, we also have to admit that sometimes dark-skinned black women are part of the problem. Period. I remember hearing like Cash Doll say that she never had any issues from colorism. She don't know what people are talking about. Then she had to eat her words. Or even Flo Milli dismissing colorism as a reason why she may not have had a bigger impact as other artists. Not to mention, as you've seen in this very video, dark-skinned black women calling other dark-skinned black women men. Or even the ones, I see so many dark-skinned black women attack Meg Thee Stallion. And they'll do that for the appeal or the uplifting of other black men who call her a man too. And, the lack of protection that a lot of black women receive is because black men don't value black women as humans, or even as women, or even as somebody black. They don't even see any of that when it's connected with black women a lot of times. So my thing is this, is that if we as black women, we want harmful negative tropes of colorism to stop, we have to stop it with ourselves. We can't control anyone else. We can't control black men. We can't control white tea people, who are the reason why it exists in the first place. We cannot control anybody. We cannot stop, in Spanish-speaking countries, how they terribly put down people of a darker hue. India, where they do the same thing. We can't stop anybody from doing all of those things. You know what I'm saying? But all we can do is control ourselves. And light-skinned black women cannot participate. Brown-skinned black women cannot participate. And dark-skinned black women cannot participate in colorism. We cannot do it. And we cannot also participate in masculinizing black women. We cannot do that. Like I said before, we cannot stop black men from doing that. They're always going to do that. We can't stop white tea people from doing that. They're always going to do that. I can't tell you how many videos and stuff that I come across of white tea people calling Michelle Obama a man and all these other black women men. We can't stop them from doing that. But the ball is in our court. We can stop doing that to each other. We can stop doing that. Now, I wanted to say a sidebar. As far as Claressa Shields and her linking up with Papoose, I hope that she knows what she's doing. Papoose is a man, okay? And therefore, you cannot necessarily trust his intentions and what comes out of his mouth. He's also still a married man. And, she should be careful and protect her heart and her spirit. Because even with all that has happened, Remy and Papoose could still reconcile. They always could. Because for goodness sake, this man still has husband in his bio on Instagram. And I just checked it. But, that's between them. I ain't trying to get in their business. But I will say this, is that watching interviews with I'm getting tongue-tied. Sorry, y'all. I ain't even going to edit this out. I'll just say that seeing interviews with Claressa Shields and hearing her speak, she seems to be looking for a love, seems to be looking for someone that will really be there for her. And I really, truly hope that she finds it. I think she's a phenomenal woman. But I really don't know if that love that she's looking for is going to come from Papoose. I do know her story and that she's been through a lot, and a lot of people have tried to take advantage of her. And I really do hope that she has some real people in her corner. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. Like I said, we've got to stop participating in the idea that black women are men and are masculine. Because, like I said earlier a million times, this trope came from the white T man because he wanted to lie to himself and feel like the horrendous, horrific things that he was doing to black women, that there was nothing wrong with how he was treating black women. He instead of accepting that he was a monster for what he was doing, he wanted to change the narrative and say, "Oh, you know what? Black women, they're like men. They're not women at all. They aren't even human. There's nothing wrong with the grape, the beatings, the assaults. They can take more pain than other races of women." I want you guys to know that all of this goes hand in hand. So when you regurgitate the things that they have said and they have indoctrinated into us and into themselves and into society, you are being a good little buck broken black person. And that is disgraceful. Anytime you perpetuate colorism in any form, calling any dark-skinned black woman a man or a light-skinned black man feminine, that's also included. People don't want to do that and don't want to acknowledge that. It's included as well. All I'm saying is that when you say things like that, like, "Oh yeah, those dark-skinned women, they look like men," or "Oh no, I don't like light-skinned black men. They just too soft. They too feminine for me." I want you to know that to any thinking person, any educated person, it's very clear that you have a colonized mind and that you need to do some research and unpack a lot of things inside your brain. I'm just being honest with you. This must stop, because internalizing and doing the work for your oppressors is truly diabolical. But hopefully y'all get what I'm saying, and hopefully, it resonates with you. If not, I don't know what to say. But anyway, I digress. If you watched the whole video, please do me a favor and drop a 33 in the comments down below. And if you can't donate to my Cash App above to help support the channel, that's no problem at all. I know times are hard out here. I really do. So do me a free favor. It won't cost you nothing. Follow your girl on TikTok. I do live stream there. Follow me on YouTube. I do most of my business and upload my videos on YouTube. So subscribe to me. Hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my new uploads. And as always, ladies, I really love to hear from y'all. So please drop your thoughts, comments, and feelings down below.